Hey, this is Travis with Our Lively Tribe, and we are finally getting around to doing a trailer tour of the latest trailer we renovated. So this is the second trailer we renovated, and we picked this one up in Houston. It's 2 feet longer than the previous one we had, and it has a bunkhouse, which was what we were really hoping to get. So I'm going to kind of walk through the trailer and show the things I've changed, what it was like before, and what it's like now. And we're going to throw in some pictures to kind of show how much of it has really changed. This is a Jayco 2007 Eagle, and it's 32 feet. It's a winterized trailer, which was something we really wanted with our second one. We'll start up with the front of it. When we first purchased it, it had a wall just like this one that had the door in the middle, but the bed was coming vertical out like most of them do. Well, like our last trailer, we wanted to turn that and make it horizontal to give us more space here. And with doing so, we were able to add and turn this into essentially like its own dresser. So we each had two drawers for both of us, which are much bigger than what would typically come with a travel trailer. So for full-time traveling, it's pretty essential to have more space. So we turned the bed sideways when we lowered so that we wouldn't have to climb up so much. I added these boxes to fill in the gaps where the bed is. So there was gaps on either end. And man, did this make a huge difference. Now things aren't falling down the cracks of the bed. We were able to line up books, so it was more or less like a bookshelf. So this was a really cool addition we did on this one. I had to move the electricals because there was cabinets here and cabinets that came all the way across. So that's why there's these random kind of wires. So I just ran the electrical down so that we each had 2 outlets, and we each had reading lights, which was really a cool addition in this one also. We added the wallpaper to just give some brightness and color to it, which I think turned out really awesome. I put these 2 little cabinets in here. We slid baskets in there that held a lot of stuff. Baskets are the best for full-time traveling because things aren't going to fall out. So that's why we added those. So it's a shiplap wall, and I ended up using really thin shiplap to save on the weight. And I used only 1x1 studs to build the wall out of. And we wanted a barn. We've always wanted a barn door. So I was able to figure out how to get one in here, which I'm super excited about. And I knew I wanted it to be different. So I came up with the idea of the mountains and staining the door. So I'm really excited with how this wall turned out. It's probably my favorite piece of the trailer. Before we started tearing it all apart, it had an existing nook, but it was for the TV would have sat on here because it was an older trailer. It was 2007, so it would have been a square TV. So we took all of that out and we built what we were calling it like a coffee bar, but really it ended up, we had a speaker on here, we leave our keys on here. It was just a completely practical space for a house on wheels. We needed a junk drawer because whether you're in a home or in a trailer, you always end up with a junk drawer. This trailer I ended up using the nicest hinges I could find. So I didn't go cheap on any of it because I didn't want them coming out and popping off because trailers move so much. This was all Aaron's idea. Built a cabinet, and shoes always seem to be in the way when you're living in a travel trailer. So this whole open area in the bottom we used for our shoes. So all of us had all 3 of our shoes in there. So there was 15 pairs of shoes in this thing, which saved a ton of space. This is for all of our electronics. So I ran wires down from the ceiling and added a plug, and all of the wires for the television are attached in here also. So those run straight up to the TV. So we had our Blu-ray player in here. This trailer is wired for surround sound, so you can add a surround sound to it. So yeah, and there's an electrical outlet so you can plug everything in. It's for a charging space. That's where we were charging our cell phones and the kids' iPads. and everything can just be tucked away once you close those doors. I purchased this TV. I think it's a 32-inch, and come to find out it's a smart TV. I hadn't bought a TV in so long I didn't even know those existed at this point. So what's really rad is Netflix is on it, Hulu's on it, everything's already on it, pre-existing. So that was pretty awesome. Just as long as you have Wi-Fi, you're ready to go with it. This trailer comes with 2 slides, and this is a really long slide for a trailer. Had an existing couch here that folded to a bed, and we took all of that out and replaced it with essentially like a bench, more or less. But the best thing about this is you come and pull it open, and there is a ton of storage. The couch before didn't offer any storage, so this is way more practical in living. These are all custom cushion pillows, and I wanted, after sitting on the couch, I wanted a coffee table. I wanted someplace to put my feet up. So I designed this little coffee table, which also opens up for storage. So we had all of our games in here and all of the things that would go in like a junk closet essentially. And that ended up working super well for us. They're just extra cabinets. They had a glass finish on them that had a really funky design that we didn't really like. So I took the doors off and I put on these little things so that anything we put in here can be visible. So we designed it with like cooler looking things, and then we're able to have a ledge so that nothing's going to fall out when we're traveling. So I did those on both of these cabinets. And now we can check out the table that I designed. This I designed in my head long before we ever got to build it. So when it came to be out, when it turned out the way it did, I was really stoked on it. I decided to go with the stainless steel top because I thought it would be really cool and really easy to clean. And I built this custom looking leg set for it. They're designed that way to avoid the power outlet, so you can still use the power outlet without the pole being in the way. So the table I'm really psyched on. The bench that I built for it, it ended up looking like a lot like a church pew, which was kind of funny. But opening it up, and you get a ton of space inside here also. So it has a cool design and totally functional. Fits perfect. We took off the trim that existed, which is when they come in these trailers, it's almost like a foam pad that has fabric over it. I take those off and replaced it just with pine wood stained to match the door. All these woods are stained the same color so that it would have a nice flow to it. So the kitchen, the countertop, so I went with just a sheet of plywood. It's like a maple plywood. Cut it out to fit and sealed it, and I really love the way this countertop turned out. And I'd always wanted to put the sink from the bottom, so that's what I did in this one, and it's worked out really well. Couldn't be more excited about that. So the things that were left the same in this trailer were the cabinets, the cabinets below, the fridge area. Pretty much this entire right side was left. All the cabinets, there was a ton of cabinet space in this trailer, so we didn't really need to change any of that. We painted everything white, and that really lightens up everything, makes the trailer feel even bigger than it already is, because this is a really big trailer. So the idea behind this trailer was doing everything we would want to do in a house, as far as coolness goes, in a small trailer. So we picked out a really cool sink that we both loved, with a pretty different looking faucet. I customized all of this, took everything in the bathroom out and rebuilt it. Made this corner one with plenty of space for us to use. One of the real cool additions is we have little kids, so I built him a step stool that just slides right under so that it's not in the way whenever we're not using it. The backsplash, is it a backsplash? Mm-hmm. Backsplash in the bathroom, these are just sticker tiles that we weren't really sure how they were going to hold up and work, but so far they've been doing really well, and we're pretty stoked on them. Every now and then you have to re-push them down, but so far so good. Really happy with how it looks. With our old trailer, we didn't have a back slide out, a bunk room. This was our main goal with purchasing a new one, was getting a room for our kids. But we have 3 kids, so we kind of had to figure that out. So it took me a little while to come up with it, but I came up with a full-on bed that slides out underneath. So this is where our youngest sleeps, and when, you know, it's time for the day to start, we just slide it right back in. It's out of the way, and they're able to continue playing in here. I added these drawers because it was just empty, wasted space. So added these drawers, and that's where they keep their toys. Two are both twin mattresses. That seems even maybe smaller than a twin, I'm not sure.
They're like
trailer
twins.
Size. Like, trailer twins.
Yeah, if you have a trailer, you know that twins come smaller.
Yeah. Another thing I added, there was no guardrail or anything for our son. So I added this rail and built this pretty cool little custom ladder so that he's able to make it up there. We got a handle for him, pull himself up, and it ended up, you know, working perfectly. All our kids like to draw, so I added this tabletop so that they're all able to draw on it. It's standard desk height, so any chair fits for it. And yeah, they love this. So that's it with this trailer. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.